Hi, welcome to this video. In this video I will show you how to create a necklace using seed beads. I will use seed beads in the color of bone. I will also use some beads in the color of coral and also these silver beads. For the necklace I will also need thread. I have chosen this black thread, some tools. I will use a pair of chain nose pliers, a jump ring opener for the jump rings, a pair of scissors, a big eye beading needle for the to put the beads on the thread. I will also keep another pair of pliers around in case I need to open and to close the jump rings, a measuring tape, and as findings I will use crimps, some bead ends, clamshell bead ends, a lobster claw clasp, and some jump rings. First of all, let's begin by measuring the length of our thread. So I will measure the thread. So as you can see, the half of the thread is 14 inches. That is 28 inches long, the entire thread. And about 80 centimeters in total. 75 to 80 centimeters. So we need to add more thread than the length of our necklace, because the necklace will have to have some knots at the end, so we need enough thread to make the knots. So I will begin by making a knot at the end of my thread. So I started with this knot at the end of my thread. And now I will take the big eye beading needle and put the thread on the needle. And the first step will be to put one of those crimps on my thread. So I will use this crimp here and put the crimp on the thread, like this. And as you can see, the crimp has stopped in my knot. Now I will take the pliers and press on the crimp to flatten the crimp. This way. And I will take the clamshell bead end and also put it on my thread this way. Now, as you can see, the knot and the crimp have stopped the thread from sliding out of the bead end, and now I can close this bead end using the pliers like this. And as you can see, the bead end is masking my crimp and my knot. And now let's see from a closer distance. I have the bead end here. So I have taken one of those jump rings, and with the jump ring opener I will open the jump ring. Like this. And now I will put the jump ring on the bead end this way, and I will close it. So as you can see, I have closed this jump ring, and I have created the end of my necklace. And now let's begin putting the beads. So I will start putting the first red bead, and then I will continue with the white beads. So I will put these beads on the thread. So I have put a red coral bead, then some beads in the color of bone, and another red coral bead. So I will repeat this succession a few times, and then I will also add some silver beads. So let's continue adding white beads. This way, and I will continue adding a similar sequence with this. Now that I have repeated several sequences of white and red coral beads, I will start adding the silver beads. So I will put 2 silver beads this way. Then I will take another coral bead this way, 2 silver beads, like this, and I will add them to my necklace. Now again I will add white beads, So I will add some more white beads, and now I will add some white and red beads, coral beads. So let's put a red bead, then a white bead, then another red bead to mark the center of the necklace. So this will be the central point of my necklace. And now I will create sequences of beads that will be similar to the ones before. So I'll put white beads, then silver and red beads, and then the next sequences will be similar to the sequences of beads on this side. It's important to be careful that we have a symmetry of the beads, both on this side as well as on the other side. So let's continue adding the white beads. Now I have finished the necklace, and we have to close the necklace. I will take one of those clamshell bead ends and I will open it. I will put the clamshell bead end on the thread. Then I will take a crimp, also put it on the thread, this way. Now I will remove the needle, the big eye beading needle. And as you can see, I have the clamshell bead end and the crimp. So I will take a pair of pliers and press on the crimp. When you press on the crimp, you have to take into consideration that the beads must not be too close to each other, because if they are too close to each other, they will be compressed and they will look uneven this way, and the necklace will look rigid. If nevertheless they are too far from one another, we shall see the thread, so they shouldn't be either too far or too compressed or too close to each other. So you can leave about 1 millimeter of thread so that the beads have a bit of mobility. And now I will press on the crimp to make it flat, this way. Like this. And above, let's see from a closer distance. So I have the crimp here, so it presses on the thread so that the thread does not come out of the bead end. And now above the crimp I will make some knots. To secure the crimp in place, to make sure that it won't move. And now I will cut the thread this way, and I will close the bead end. So I will close the bead end like this. And I will take one of those jump rings, open the jump ring, put the jump ring on the bead end, put the lobster claw clasp on the jump ring, I will close the jump ring, and our necklace is ready. Let's close the necklace and see what the necklace looks like, the finished necklace. So I have closed. Now I have closed the necklace, and let's see the finished necklace. So this is our finished necklace. So this is the finished necklace. I hope you liked the video and thank you for watching.